Have you ever wondered about the difference between delusion and enlightenment? They sound like two completely different things, worlds apart. But where exactly is the line between them? Today we're going to dive into this topic. This excellent content we're sharing comes from the Buddha's Path Association of Australia. This question might sound profound, but honestly, maybe every one of us has asked it in the dead of night. What is the difference between the world seen by a deluded mind and a world seen by an awakened mind? Let's try to find the answer together. To fully understand this, we will look at a few sections. The difference in perspective, the foundation of everything, the unchanging inner light, the core essence of our mind, the paradox of compassion, a fascinating concept, the relationship between outer symbol and inner substance. What matters more? The final revelation. Everything comes back to the mirror of the mind. Let's start with the first point. The difference in perspective. This means, why do you and I have completely different feelings and experiences about the exact same thing? The same world? The key, actually, lies in our mind. This sentence might sound a little archaic, right? But the meaning is very direct. It says that the outside world has not changed. What has changed is us. Whether we are deluded or awakened, this inner state changes, and the world we perceive changes along with it. Therefore, the root of the problem is not external, but within ourselves. This is interesting. The Master says that the truth has always been right there. In a state called openly and clearly revealed, it's super obvious, fully spread out before your eyes, even for those who are still deluded. The truth is just as much in front of them. The only difference is that they themselves haven't seen it. So, awakening is not about finding something new. It's about discovering what has already been there. Okay, if perspective is the key, where does this perspective come from? This brings us to an even more core concept, the inner light that never goes out, which is simultaneously the source of our delusion and our clarity. A student just happened to ask the core question. Are terms like essential awakening, spiritual luminosity, all referring to the same thing, our self-nature? This question is excellent. It cuts straight to the heart. So, what exactly is this self-nature? It's not that complicated. You can think of it as the operating system at the deepest level of our mind. It's constantly running, allowing us to feel, to think, and to understand things. The Master calls it our spiritual awareness and consciousness, that most fundamental, clearest to you. Look at this truly beautiful metaphor from the Master. Stillness is illumination. It means that when you become still, that stillness is inherently a kind of awareness, a kind of light. It is not dormant or lifeless. It is constantly illuminating everything, like a lamp that never goes out. No matter how chaotic the outside world is, it remains steady there. We've discussed the internal. So how does this relate to our relationship with others? The next part is very intriguing. Let's look at the so-called paradox of compassion. On the path of practice, it seems there are two options. Option A is the hearer, arhat path, take care of myself first, solve my own problems, and then worry about others. Option B is the great vehicle path, go help others first, and solve everyone's problems. These two directions sound completely opposite, don't they? One looks inward, one looks outward. You might feel these two paths are an either or choice, but look at what the sutras say. They say that all sentient beings are like the roots of a tree, while the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are like the flowers and fruits. Think about it. If you don't water the roots, is it possible for the tree to blossom and bear fruit? It's impossible. And this is not just theory. The Master shared his own experience and said something incredibly profound. What is benefiting others? After all the benefiting, it's still benefiting oneself. Isn't that amazing? He originally went out to help others, yet the greatest beneficiary, in the end, was himself. Therefore, helping others and helping oneself are fundamentally the same thing. So, what is the relationship between inner cultivation and outer manifestation? Let's look at a very concrete example. A monastic robe. Do you think a monastic robe is just a piece of clothing? Of course not. This question is essentially asking us, which is more important, the outer appearance or the inner quality? Or is there an absolute correlation between them? To become a person who can truly serve as a role model for others, There is a standard, non-negotiable process. The first step is to have substance and true skill inside. Then you will naturally be able to manage your own afflictions. With this foundation, your outer image then has meaning. Finally, you can genuinely help others and be a standard for them. This sequence cannot be reversed. Otherwise, it's just an empty shell. What happens if the order is reversed? Look at this incredibly strong statement in the sutra. It directly calls such a person a thief. It means that if you wear the robes without the corresponding inner quality, you are essentially using this image to deceive others and gain advantage. You are betraying the Buddha. See how serious this is? Okay, we've talked so much from the inner self nature to outward compassion, and then to outer symbols. After going in a big circle, everything must ultimately return to the origin, our own mind. So, what is the conclusion? It's actually very simple. This entire journey, no matter what you do, ultimately comes down to one thing: the difference between delusion and awakening. The key is not to get something new from the outside, but to see what has always been there. The only difference is whether your mind is awake or asleep. Finally, I want to leave you with a question to ponder. The Master said that the state of awakening has always been present. We just haven't noticed it. Is it possible that we fundamentally don't need to change anything external? And the only thing we need to change is just our perspective on the world? This is a question worth deep contemplation.